Hello guys, and welcome to the next episode of our Feed the Beast Let's Play series on Dial 20's Feed the Beast pack. Alright, so what are we doing this episode, you're probably wondering. Well, this is kind of a, an add-on to the last episode, but in something very similar, and that is making a runic matrix. Because we are making a Thorncraft room. So I whipped up a bunch of this arcane stone block off camera, and what we're going to make is this mystical construct. Now I want to build a Thorncraft room. I don't really know where to build it. I was thinking building it kind of around here. The thing is, these pneumatic crap plants, they're kind of a pain to get rid of, because they plant themselves. Is like they do that basically. So like, as soon as seeds are on the ground, it then basically plants it on the ground. So getting rid of them not the easiest thing to do in the world. Sometimes you just end up spreading more of them than you had originally. And the floor, I was thinking of some kind of chiseled obsidian. Would look cool. So I was considering using that, and I was also thinking about the size of this building. So I think I want to build it. I'm not 100% sure on the scale of the building. I might have. I think I want to build maybe like as long as the house. Does that sound like a plan? I think it does. So if I build it maybe that big. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And how long, I was thinking as well. I was thinking maybe, if I just get rid of this, like maybe somewhere like something like this looks kind of cool. So I think this looks a decent size for a room. Problem is there's a little bit of a hole in the ground. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for a quick sleep and collect a little bit of cobblestone, because I figured I might as well use cobblestone as sort of a bit of a skelly down here. How'd you get in here? I'm not using any power, but I figured, I might as well just turn on my reactor program. There we go. So a few episodes ago, if you want this code, I think it was a couple of episodes ago, I made a Feed the Beast Let's Play series where I built that reactor and the computer. So if you want the code behind everything, just go ahead and watch that video. And you can learn all about that computer craft code. But as I said in that video, obviously I didn't make it, so credit does not go to me for the code. So as a sort of a bit of a makeshift, hole filling in material, I'm just going to use cobble. Because I think what like a dark purple block would look nice for the flooring. So it looks like I need to go. Get out of here, sheep. For some reason I can't actually hit these cows. It's a little bit weird. So is that the actual boundary? Yeah, there it is. Oh, wrong block there. That's stone bricks. So that's the base of it, and I think the door I'm gonna have a 3x3 door. So actually, no, I want to centralize the door actually. So where's the center? Looks to be about here. Yeah, that looks pretty centralized to me. So I don't know if I'm not really going to build this exactly in the center of the room, but now what I'm going to build is my mystical construct. So it does require 25 of each aspect in the one, so I might have to go and get a few more aspects off camera. So I need an arcane pedestal in the middle. Let's see, so let's get a pedestal and put it, I'm just going to fill in this hole with cobble. But I've just noticed my door's slightly off being symmetrical. So I'm just gonna do that. Well, centralized. So that looks pretty centralized to me. I'd say somewhere around there looks about the center. And I'm now gonna put, I believe it was stone bricks in the corners. Was it stone bricks? Let's see. Let's see, stone bricks. And then stone blocks here. And then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I went to, there we go, shift click. And put the runic matrix there. So that is the actual base for this multi-block. But now, in fact, I'm actually also going to put a few pedestals down. So I believe pedestals go, I think it's either that close or that close. I'm not 100% sure. I was checking the book. Hopefully it'll say in here. So that pedestal is 1 block away from it. Now this isn't actually needed, all this stone around the outside. This is just to show you what it to help you space it out a bit better. So I guess the pedestals go, well, I guess they can go there, I think. Can they go there? Hopefully. Right, now I need to go and recharge my wand. Because, I believe I did actually go and charge most of the aspects up. It's just order that we've lost from doing it. So I've literally just got this entire wand full. Except for auto. Now, does this have any auto in it? I think this was just air. So guys, I'm just going to go off camera for a second. Have a quick look around some nodes. And I will be right back. Okay guys, we are back, and it's taken me quite a little bit of a while flying around in bat mode, but I finally have actually found another node with auto in it, which just took me ages to find, to be honest. Let's see if I can get out of this skeleton mode, well not skeleton mode, bat mode. So this is our construct, right guys. All you need to do is basically right click the runic matrix and you'll form this cool construct, which is basically a multi-block structure. So if you look in this in the fusion, not infusion tab, like a lot of these recipes actually require you to actually have a infusion. So for example, the ring of runic shielding, an amulet of runic shielding, and a the sort of all these things of runic shielding. That looks pretty expensive, to be honest. Because I was looking to actually make one of these guys. So all these guys require primal charms, which look pretty difficult to make, to be honest. I don't really know what this runic shielding is. I think it's like a ring you put on it, basically like gives sort of a bit of a shield. That does sound a bit of a weird description of it, but yeah, that's basically what it does. Now, in a future episode, I don't know when, I want to get some flight going, and that's going to be with angel wings. Now, angel wings are an addition added by RW Templates mod, extra utilities, and it basically allows you to fly as if you're in creative mode without fuel, energy, So if you ask me, it's a pretty good way to go. I'm not going to do all of this building on camera of this building, because I know that's probably not what you guys want to see throughout the entire episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to that later, because I want to say something else of what I've done with this pack. I've actually updated it, the mod, Tinker's Construct, and it appears as a bit of a texture bug with a pattern chest, and I don't think I've actually updated it properly, because I'm trying to get the Tinker's Construct version with the longbows and stuff. So it looks like that isn't implemented yet, because I have been manually updating a few mods. But last time I left off here, what I was trying to make was these thaumium wand caps. You know, how far are we actually on our, So, I could actually get those next, to be honest, but I think what I want to get is in alchemy. I want to start doing a little bit of alchemy, because it's getting kind of silly that we haven't really got any kind of the alchemy side of this. So what you need to start with alchemy is a cauldron, which I believe is just some iron. The metal that we're running a little bit low on. You know, we're not doing too bad for iron, but also not doing too good for iron either. And you basically, you know, I'm actually going to get a little bit more iron actually. Let's get a bucket. And also, I'm either gonna need a bucket of lava, a fire, or some night oil. And we don't actually have any night oil yet. We definitely will be getting night oil soon, but we can't do it unless we start this alchemy stuff. So, do we have a netherrack? That might be... Oh, you know, has our sorting system got backed up? A little bit, yeah, because it looks like this chest, there is no room for anything around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a gold ingot and one of these. I'm going to make a iron to gold chest upgrade. Right click it with this. There we go. We now have more storage. So, as I was saying, let's look for a little bit of netherrack. It shouldn't be too hard to get my hands on it, because you basically need a fire, and, you know, we all know netherrack's the best thing to burn. But looks like we don't have any. Okay, and so looks like I'm going to do a little bit of a trip to the nether. And see if we can get some netherrack. Now, you know, I'm not even going to morph. Hello, was that a pigman directly on the other side? I can't believe I've been to the nether so many times and I didn't even bother to pick up any netherrack. So forgetful of me. But anyway guys, so on the sea caps, we are... like, one of our friends is basically trying to set up YouTube, and he wants to try and get his own channel, so what we're thinking of doing is sort of, like, going cooperation with him. I'm not really going to mention his name in this video, just due to the fact that he's not really started yet. So, you know, what I'm going to need is actually some flint steel, so we need one iron. Now, do we have any flints? We don't do. So not in there. Do we seriously not have any flint at all? It'll be pretty terrible if we don't. In fact, you know what? We do actually have flint, but it's not actually being stored up here because all of our flint is in the chest. Yep, I guessed correctly. It's kind of like bad though that we for some reason my reactors program's gone off. I think it's sad to reboot my client there, but basically, it feels kind of bad that I've set up this entire like program and I've not even like barely used it because my reactor's just been idling because I've not been using any power whatsoever. And, you know, I'm just gonna keep one netherrack and then throw this away. And also, I could probably do is setting up a infinite water source over at the Thaumcraft base. So in this corner right here, I'm just going to plop down some water. Yeah, there's actually a body of water there which I can get some water from. And I'm now going to stick a cauldron down. And I'm going to show you guys how you make it into the Thaumcraft version. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get a netherrack and flint and steel. Light that on fire. Cover it back up again. So now we basically have the cauldron being heated up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the wand, and there you go, it's become a crucible. Now I can put that in there, and what you'll notice is the water will start to boil. So you'll begin to see, there we go, some bubble effects, and it will actually hurt you if you stand on it and whatever. Now, because it's hot water. So what you can do is you can basically make the old types of things. You can make thaumium, which can be used to make a thaumium sword, pick, shovel, whatever. But we don't really want the armor, the tools, or whatever. What we want is... In fact, I want to show you actually aluminium and nitor. So let's see. So you basically need to make whatever's in here with the aspects. We need igneous, lux, and potentia. Now I believe what we're going to need is some coal. And, you know, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of it. Some cobble. I believe this has potentia in it. Doesn't coal have potentia in it? I'll just drop it down and scan it. Have I not scanned coal? Oh, I thought I did. So there you go. Now it's telling me that it's got potentia and igneous. Let's see. So they both need potentia. So what I like to do for aluminium is put in a little bit of coal and some cobble. And there we go. We now have that in. And now what we're going to do is right click with the wand. And... have we not done it? Or does it require... oh, it requires 3. Oh, okay. There you go. And I believe now... what we're missing? Oh, we need more per detail. Now what's in there? I believe we can right click now. See, 3, 3, 3. Do we have 3 of those? That's kind of confusing. I think it wants to make more. We don't actually have enough cobble. Is that the problem? Or because we have terror in there? I don't think it should matter. I mean, we've got V in here, but for some reason I can't actually make this. Right guys, I'll be right back once I figured out how this crucible works, because for some reason it's not actually letting me make this aluminium. Or the nitor. Okay guys, we're back, and for some reason it's now working. Don't really know why it wasn't working before, but this aluminium is a great fuel source to put in your survivalist generators, steam generators, whatever. It really is a great way of, you know, having a great fuel source. And it's also a pretty good weapon too, so if I just throw this... yeah, I'm just going to do a quick command here. If I just set mob growth into true, I believe it does actually have to be on true. Now, you know, I'm actually just going to have to do that because I usually don't play with commands. But if I do that, as you can see, it's pretty explosive, to be honest. So, you know, it's pretty lethal. But now, as I was talking about with nitor, now the thing is we actually have this weird flux stuff on the top of our cauldron. So what I actually had to do is shift right click to get rid of the waste aspect it didn't actually use, and sometimes it can cause flux to be produced. So I'm now gonna make some nitor, which just requires some glowstone, dust. Now, you know, I believe glowstone actually has the lux aspect on it. Yeah, it does. So, you know, I should probably use that instead of torches. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glowstone here. And I'm going to say put 3 coal in there. 3 coal and 3 glowstone. And there we go, that's got us 1 piece of nitor. But you'll notice we have a few, you know, waste products left. I believe if I do that, I can actually make a little bit more nitor. by literally just spamming it. So there we go. Now, can I put some more coal in there? Well, anyways, enough with making night ore. So what I can do now is, instead of having a fire under there, which is, to be honest, pretty dangerous, I can just literally have a piece of night ore, and that will actually keep the crucible hot, which, if you ask me, is pretty cool. But the problem is, you do get these waste aspects sort of, just brewing up in there. So I can see it's now, because I've actually left, so there's one thing you should really never ever do when you're doing alchemy, and that's literally do what I'm doing right now. And that is literally just complete this, just once you're done, not empty the actual aspects that you've actually made. So I can see I just left, some waste aspects in my crucible while I was doing that. The problem is with that is I can see it made a bunch of waste aspects. So I can see there's like sano being made, and some pretty nasty stuff that we don't really want. I'm just gonna scan that. I'm also actually, I want to scan. I don't know if I've scanned netherrack. Where's my thor meter? No, I haven't. There we go. So we've scanned night ore. I probably should scan potentia, but oh well. So I can see there's like spiritus and a bunch of stuff just bubbling away in there. And now, this is something that's pretty bad, which, is doing that. As you can see, it's created this flux gas. And what that is, it's basically, it's just like flux, because we were reading about this in the Thermonomicon, in the basic information, like flux of things that go bad. That is basically because we've released, like, aspects into the atmosphere. So basically, I just, released like a flux gas into the atmosphere, which I think is harmless. I don't think it'll really do too much damage. I'm pretty worried about this Man of Steel helmet though, because obviously I made this with the goggles of the revealing. I don't really want to lose my goggles of the revealing, to be honest. I wonder if I could anvil it and reinforce it. That would be pretty cool. So I'm just going to make a Man of Steel ingot. And go ahead and reinforce my helmet. No, I don't want to do that. Have I just duplicated? No, I thought I'd like duplicated my Man of Steel ingot then. So I'll stick that in there. There we go. So now I'll put a little bit more durability on my Man of Steel helmet. Pretty cool, right? What I was thinking though, guys, is I think we are at a point where we need some actual resources. So I was talking to you about a quarry a few episodes ago, and let's get to that point where we really do need it. But what I was also looking at is applied energistics. Now this might be a bit of an early sort of start to go for applied energistics, but it definitely will pay off. So the first thing what I want to create is called a ME drive. I don't think I'll get this completely done this episode, but this basically is where we're going to store our stuff. The first thing we need to make is something called an inscriber. And it requires a couple of sticky pistons, some flux crystals, and a bunch of stuff. Now flux crystals, I believe you just basically drop some stuff in water. But at the time of this episode, guys, I think we are going to have to wrap it up. So we will be able to start applied energistics next episode, hopefully. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I also will be finishing off this construction of this build off camera, or maybe I'll do it in the episode. I don't know. But I want to build this wall, and the flooring I'm going to leave to a later date, because I was looking at materials for the floor. And sort of, you just search up purple, there's like not really too much nice stuff for purple. There's this carpet stuff which looks kind of cool, I guess. And there's this sort of like Tyran, like purple Tyran, which doesn't look too bad. But another thing I was looking at is this obsidian. Where is it? I believe it's chiseled obsidian. This stuff right here. I was looking at that, and I think that looks pretty nice, and it'd go pretty well for a Thorncraft room. And maybe for the ceiling, I was looking at dark glass. And dark glass is just blackout curtains with thickened glass, which, you know, pretty, I guess. It's just sandy glass melted, which is just sand and glass. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos in the future like this. So goodbye from the Sea Caps.